Hi everybody, welcome to Self-Made CEO. This is Giridhar Soundarajan, and today I have something really important that I want to share and talk and discuss about. So I hope we're already about 2.5 weeks into lockdown in India, and I'm hoping everybody is staying home and keeping the fight up against the coronavirus. And today there is a very interesting and a very good learning that I want to share with you all regarding running a company. So this is all about not doing everything yourself, delegation, and how it will help you resolve most of the issues in the company, and also make sure you are able to deliver 100% in whatever you're good at. So just going by, the thing is, most of the startup founders take too much responsibility on them, assuming that because it's their baby and they feel that we have to give everything I have, and false assumptions that you're good just because you founded a company, you came up with an idea and you're able to convert it to a commercial whatever service or a product, doesn't mean you're capable to do everything yourself in the company. Otherwise you will not be able to, you don't need to build a team at all if you're alone, single man, one man army. But that's not the case. You have to build a team. I'll just take you through what has happened, what I have seen, what I have been through, and what is the learning and what you could avoid. So the thing is, the moment we launch a company, we start up something really excited. We are really excited. We want to make sure that everything goes right. We assume that everything will go right only if we do it as a founder. And then what happens is you start pitching into sales. You start pitching into marketing. You put in your actually so creative ideas into your advertising. You take care of production. You take care of sourcing, procurement, negotiations, everything. Whichever is related to your business. The way you actually have structured your business, whether it is a service or a product. The problem here is a person cannot be a king in everything. He can be a jack in all, but the jack in all never wins. He's able to do something, keep the things moving, but he's never going to be able to win and be the best. So the first thing is everybody should understand and acknowledge. It is I think it's a slight issue about giving away or letting go your ego, in that, or accepting that maybe I'm not good at everything, or it's not maybe, mostly everybody is not good at everything. There are few things that are very good at, which they have to concentrate on, but the moment you start doing everything in your company, it leads to micromanagement, it leads to less freedom in the culture of your company, it leads to a lot of confusion, chaos, and low productivity. So this is something that is really, really important for entrepreneurs to understand early in their business, that they should not do this mistake of taking on everything themselves. So the best thing to do is you have to build a team and hire capable people for the skills that they have and that you need. You have to the first and the most important thing for any entrepreneur who's setting up a business and having the intention to scale it up, must build a team that he can depend on, that can cover up his gaps. So maybe a founder is very good at operations, so it's good for him to concentrate on operations and let the marketing, hiring, all these things, other like HR, the advertising, all these things has to be procurement, sales. These are the things that he has to actually get in people by selling his dream. And it is the most important thing, that if you don't have a dream that you believe in, you'll not be able to convince people, good quality people, to join you. Because at the time you start a company, you will not have enough funds. You'll not have enough, unless you're not bootstrapping and you've got some funding from or a crazy financial backup. So you will be able to get good people only by selling your dream to them and making them believe that by joining you, they're going to achieve their dreams. And it should sink. Now, the moment you hire people, you identify what is your strength and what are your weaknesses, and you hire people to cover up your weaknesses. Okay, and the second thing after you do that is to give them an environment, create an environment of freedom to exercise their skills, to try their ideas without constantly poking nose into it, without constantly pouring in your ideas into it, and let them take it up, because you've hired them, you believe that they are better in that craft than you, so you have to put in your trust in them, right? So you give them the opportunity, you give them the freedom to try things, and the most important is you got to make them accountable for what it is. It's okay for them to do a mistake. It's okay, because everybody is trying something new. A startup in itself is a new opportunity that you're trying, which may fail. Whereas it's a platform where you're going to do a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors and blunders and mistakes, but it's going to be a learning opportunity. Now, the level of the level of blunder that you do determines, whether you're going to drown instantly, or you're going to learn from it, and you got to get a chance to actually take it forward by correcting the mistake. But still, it is actually the platform for you to try new ideas, because once you're an established company, it's very risky to try new ideas. That is why a startup is able to disrupt, because it can do insane things, because it has nothing much to lose, right? So the idea is to hire capable people. Before that, you acknowledge and understand that you are, as a founder, are not capable of and supposed to manage everything and end to end of a company that you are building. Because in the interest of your company, you have to do that you acknowledge, let your ego go and say, I'm not good at that. Let me hire somebody, or let me get help from somebody who's actually good at that. And now give them their responsibilities, give them the freedom to try their new ideas, give them a goal that this is what we have to achieve, and whatever you want to do within this budget, and show me results. And you hold them accountable. Get them report to you in terms of what they're doing and what is the expected outcome and where we are heading. So you be keeping them accountable for what they're doing, but do not interfere in how they're doing, unless you think that it is against your company's ethics and culture and whatnot, right? So make sure that you are only involved in at the final approval stage, and let them do their work. Now, once you get that done, you have to make sure that you build a strategy and lead them in the direction, and give them a focus of, this is what our company wants to achieve by this quarter or this year. And then to get there, we have to do these things. How you do it is what left to them. Now, because that's when they expand their creativity, they let loose their brains to think, and then they be more courageous to try things that has high returns. The risk, yes, high, and the returns would be higher. So once that is done, you focus on only one thing that you are really, really good at. Like in my case, what happened was, initially we started zero. We started from my bankruptcy. And then I was lucky enough to get some very good people on board in the beginning. And the mistake I committed in my company was probably I had a little bit of fear, which was like, I wanted to prove to myself and to a lot of people who were looking or waiting for me to fall down. So I was like, I want to make sure everything is right. I kind of, or you could call me a little bit of perfectionist, right? So I want everything to be right. I wanted to make sure that my team was not going doing something that can cause a loss, or I was like not very confident at some points. So some point of time. So for a brief period of time, I definitely think I was involved in production, in marketing, in sales, in accounting, in all these things. So what happened because of that was, see, I'm pretty good at connecting with people, sales, and a little bit of creativity in marketing and advertising. That's what many have actually told, that I have good ideas, but still I was not able to deliver my best in those areas because I was poking nose everywhere. Like I was everywhere. You could see Giridhar, you could see when you come to Battle Exhaust earlier, you could see me on the floor, you could see in the office, you could see me on the factory floor where the production happens, you could see me where with the accountants, you could see me handling the sales, you could see me on Instagram, you could see me on Facebook, you could see me writing the blogs, what, I was doing everything. And probably that I did that because of holding on too much to to myself, that this is my company that I want to make sure that it grows, and my team who has actually come with a lot of trust in my dream and belief in my dream, I don't want to let them down. So probably that fear, that intention, the good intention of trying to be perfectionist and trying to do things good, because I wanted to make sure my team, my family, my team, my company, my brand, my customers, everybody are going to be getting a good value. And that actually backfired, right? So I learned it the hard way. There was a lot of confusion, chaos, about a year and a half back, and then though my intentions were right, the outcome of the decisions were not as expected, and I actually gave it a thought. I spoke to my mentors. I told them that this is happening, and learned that it was all because of not decentralizing the control, the responsibilities, and all these things. So the moment I learned what and where things were going wrong, then when I actually cooled off, and I just told myself that it's not time to leave, time to make yourself only responsible for few things, and you make sure you're good at that, and start putting in more belief in people that I've hired. I have more belief in people's capabilities in my team, and then that's where things start changing. Now the moment I did that, I knew that the best thing I had to do is to segregate the responsibilities crystal clear and tell them that this is your responsibility. You got to be delivering in these things. Now, the production is the responsibility of this person, and he is supposed to do this. Getting an expert, or a digital marketing expert, and you got to make sure that the customers are engaged. You got to make sure that the brand is, the brand recall is there on the social media, and getting a person who is able to manage the production, the projects, everything better than I could do, right? So this gives a lot of time and a lot of peace for me to concentrate on growing the business, on figuring out the strategies and assessing whether it is working or we need a change. Then now there's a phenomenal change that earlier as a founder, you would have seen me going to office every day. You got to be there because you have It's too much on yourself. You've dumped in too much on yourself. So every day you got to be in the office because you need to make sure that the production is happening well. You need to make sure that people don't have a problem among themselves. You don't make sure that the reports are going. I mean, like the documents are getting scanned and going to the auditor. You got to make sure that the sales is happening, and then speak to the clients and stuff like that. So you got to make sure to handle customer queries. So you are doing all the things that you hired the people for, not letting them do their job, and assuming that you are doing the good job, screwing up everything. This is happening in most of the startups. And I have absolutely no, nothing to hold back and to tell you. This also happened with us. But the good thing is that it has stopped. I learned it the hard way, but I've at least learned it, acknowledged that I'm not good at everything, and I have only few things that I have to be focusing on, and believe more in my team than anything else now. And that is the reason why today, even if I'm not going to office every day, I'm very sure that the production, the operations, and the sales and everything is taken care, and it is in safe hands, capable hands. Now that gives a lot of peace and time as a founder to me to connect with a lot of audience, and connect with the potential customers, think about the strategies according to what is happening around. Be a little more peaceful, at peace with myself and my situation. So this is exactly what is needed for a lot of people, founders and entrepreneurs who are struggling because they are holding on too much to them. The only thing is letting go. Let go in capable hands, not just let go with anyone like giving up responsibility is not a thing that I'm talking about. Passing on or delegating responsibilities to capable people. Now, that is very important. You've got to identify among your team members who is good at what. There are times when there are people who are not good at few things, but they are extremely good at something. Now, you got to design your structure in such a way that you identify the strength of each employee. I'm especially talking about the core team. You got to be identifying what this person is good at and what can he deliver best, and just give him that work. You cannot dump a lot of things on a person. Just have to give them how you have taken it to yourself. If you are good at something, just do that. You hire a person who's going to be good at something that you are not good at. Now give them that responsibility and nothing else. That way, you'll have a reduction in a lot of chaos. You'll have a lot of productivity. You'll have a lot of peaceful time. You'll have a lot of growth. Now, the moment I actually had changed the structure, making a lot of change, letting go of a lot of responsibilities from me, there is a lot of changes, positive changes that I'm seeing in the last 3 quarters. The last 3 quarters have been consistent growth, which has not been there. That much consistency was not there in the last couple of years. But then in the last 3 to 4 quarters that I've seen last year, there's been very consistent growth. Quarter on quarter, we have great improvements in terms of our output, in terms of growth, in terms of the volumes and the value that we are actually delivering to. The new products coming out, new skill addition to the team, phenomenal. So I'm very sure that after the lockdown, we already have a crazy lineup of products that are coming out to our customers who are actually the bikers, because my company is into biking accessories, and I'm hopeful that there is some takeaway for you in this video, and start giving up responsibilities in safe and capable hands, and be more peaceful at your job. Look out for the best thing that you could do for your company, because that is going to be helping your team and your company's growth. I hope everybody is a little bit convinced of what I'm telling. You might have something that you may not agree to the top points that I told you. If there are, please write down in the comments below, connect with me, Put in your questions. Is there anything that I can help you out with? I will definitely help you out. If there is anything that you could teach me, telling, this is what you face and this is how you handle things, please feel free to let me know. I am open to learn. I have my entire team who will be willing to learn, because we are very open now in terms of what we want to get from the society, and which will make us better. So I hope you all enjoyed. Do subscribe to this channel. Do share with people or founders or entrepreneurs or to be entrepreneurs, because it might help them learn a few things from this video. And every week there'll be new videos coming out. There'll be a lot of new things that we'll be sharing. So I hope you all enjoy this Self-Made CEO, and someday if you have a dream to become your CEO yourself, I'm very sure that by that time this channel would be a lot of knowledge too that we have learned through experience for you to start. And the idea is to make this channel in such a way that a lot of people avoid a lot of common mistakes that people have been repeating. Like how Chanakya says, it's always a wise man who actually learns from others' mistake. So learn from the mistakes that others have done. Look around what entrepreneurs are making as a mistake, learning from them and sharing with you. So make sure that you grow a company with with a lot of these kind of learnings that you don't need to go through again. And wish you all good luck. And I hope you subscribe to this channel without fail. Self-Made CEO. We are also now on a separate group on Facebook. I would appreciate if you could join the group. It's a public group, open right now, and welcome there. There's a lot of blogs that we'll be sharing. A lot of interactions going to happen there. This video will also be shared there, and apart from the YouTube channel, and also on Instagram, Self-Made CEO _official is the handle. So please do follow on Instagram for motivational messages and things that will actually lift you up from all the day-to-day issues that we are in. A lot of good things. Only positivity, only and only positivity is what is welcome. So that's the need of the hour as well. So during the Corona issue, this is shot during Corona lockdown. So I'm wishing everybody to pass this stage safely. Stay home, fight Corona, go Corona. Bye bye.